So I'm Becky Carter. For those of you who don't know me, Jenna and I have known each other since 3rd grade. We met when she was in the summer performance of Romeo and Juliet. She was playing Juliet, and I was playing her supportive nurse, Capulet. And then we got reacquainted in middle school when she recognized all 11 of my toes underneath the bathroom stall in school. And then it was in high school when we truly became good friends. We were in the same Girl Scout troop. We camped often, and our troop was like family. For as long as I've known Jenna, family and home have been very important to her. Our Girl Scouts Thanksgiving tradition, the troop tradition, was to camp at the big house at Camp Casamare on Galveston Bay. The house was a mansion built in 1910 by a railroad tycoon. We would do large traditional Thanksgiving dinners at the mansion, and we would affectionately name the turkey every year. The dinners always had an inclusive spirit, which perhaps was best illustrated by the year that we learned to cook apple strudel by somebody who didn't speak English. Now thinking about Karen, one of the first times I met Karen, I knew she had great taste because she complimented me on my batleth, which is a Star Trek. Yeah.
These are some of the deadliest weapons in the galaxy.
It is, for those of you not in the know, this is a Star Trek Klingon homeworld weapon that was hanging above my fireplace.
Yeah.
My husband and I debate over whose batleth it actually is. But that's aside the point. At the same party, I also saw how much they worked as a team. Jenna loves a big social gathering. Karen, not so much. It was beautiful to watch how they communicated and compromised to make each other feel comfortable at the party. They worked together as a couple. They were an amazing team. I love seeing the expansive, loving home that Jenna and Karen have created together over the past 25 years. The center, though not the boundary by any means, of their family hearth is currently in Leander, Texas, but it doesn't stop there. At a campsite, usually the fire is the center of the action. It's where the cooking, the gathering, the singing, the theatrical performances, and the late night discussions all take place. It's your home for the weekend. And this weekend has reminded me of those inclusive Thanksgiving dinners and campfires from Jenna and I's childhood. Just as this weekend, Jenna and Karen have welcomed so many to join them at their campfire and the activities, this is how they are in life. They welcome more to their expansive view of family and home. The inclusive and welcoming spirit that I felt at the Thanksgiving dinners at Casamare so many years ago continue as they've welcomed Aunt Tainty into their home for many years. And they work to make space around their hearth now for members of Karen's home. These past couple of weeks, Karen has been traveling many miles on Texas roads, journeying back to Greenwood outside of Midland, Karen's family hometown, to spread the glow of their firelight with Karen's mom and brother. So I would like to thank each one of you for joining with this warm campfire-like environment of this weekend's wedding. Just like a campfire needs branches to burn bright and warm, This gathering has been blessed by the contributions and love each guest has brought. For the rest of your evening, please let your light shine brightly and enjoy the celebrations to their fullest. When tomorrow morning comes, or it's your time to head home, remember to keep your torch lit with the inclusive spirit that defines Jena and Karen's relationship, and bring that compassionate quality home with you. Also remember that for a flame to stay bright, it must be tended and nurtured. And as guests of this wedding, it's now your duty to support the couple and their joyful matrimony so that it may endure. Toast to Jena and Karen.
Ready? All right, here's a song in honor of Jena and Karen's first wedding. Why do straight folks have such lavish weddings when so many end up in divorce? Meanwhile, we're excluded from such lavish settings, except to decorate and do their hair, of course. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. We've got lots of love to flaunt, so we'll be tying the knot in Vermont. Why do folks give him practical presents? They'll return them in a week or so. His and hers occurs with omnipresence. Meanwhile, we shop LL Bean for our 2 cents. Always a bridesmaid, finally a groom, 86, that scratchy bridal gown. We've made reservations for our honeymoon in Provincetown. Engaged for 30 years. If my mom came to our wedding, at least I know there'd be tears. Why do straight folks get their parents' blessing when all they did was grow up like their mom and dad? Meanwhile, we get credit for our parents' dressing and every cataclysm that the world has ever had. I just want someone to have and to hold, entre nous, someone who will say, I do too. What more could your average lesbian couple want than to be tying the knot? Just something we picked up in Girl Scouts in Vermont.
This is Pearl. Shamira is my real name. Pearl is my camp name. And I've actually met Jena at camp a couple years ago. I used to work at this camp. So this has been very joyous for me. I'm going to stick to the script here. Okay. So I met Jena here at camp. My main memory was our long talk in the Hopi Lodge. After a long day, a long summer, we were cleaning up and we were organizing, and she was telling me, of course, about her amazing lawyer sister, her Girl Scout life and career. We were just connecting, and of course, she mentioned Karen. And as soon as she mentions her wife, which actually happened quite often, it was just, this is our moment. Her eyes lit up, and I knew love then. And the way she spoke about her, I hadn't met Karen yet, but I just knew she was a joy to be around. A couple months later, I moved to Austin, and Jena and Karen took me in. as, good friends would. We weren't super close, but we weren't strangers, and they took me into their home and let me live there as I transitioned from Waco, coming from college, to Austin to start my big girl jobs and things. So living there, let me get back to my script. Living there, I saw that they had love, tenderness, caring, all the things you would look for in a couple. They became I called them, I never said this to their face, but I tell my friends that they were my adopted lesbian moms. And I actually changed that to aunties because they were more like sisters, confidants, besties. We do a lot of fun things together, but they took me in. So it's kind of like an auntie situation. So those are my adopted lesbian aunties out here in Austin. And I really appreciate them. And thank you both for welcoming me into your life and to witness your love, for being an example of love, and for choosing every day to be with your best friend. I can only hope that I find something as long-lasting and loving as what you guys have. Congratulations. Thank y'all for coming.
So I met Miss Jena 13 years ago as a camper here. And what I remember this warm and loving figure who just brought light to the room. And then fast forward like 8 years, I meet her again as my sailing instructor. The confidence that she has and the character and the lovingness that she brings to the table is unmatchable. A couple years later, she brings along Karen. Karen, you'll know her. She lights up the room. She's a little bit of a firecracker. And it's just this dynamic duo that y'all bring so much love.
When you get tired of buying those self-help books, and when your friends get tired of supplying those heartfelt looks, here's a treatment that's painless. You won't have to turn it off, and you can give your tortured psyche the whole night off. To do the therapy boogie, come on, take a chance. Let your body heal your mind with a little bit of song and dance. When you're feeling diagnosable like you got a real short fuse, oh, just say it's not negotiable, then put on your dancing shoes. A little jump and jive, have you feeling back in the pink? Yeah, you'll be feeling so alive, you probably even want to thank your shrink. And do the therapy boogie, dance away your blues. We're gonna call it a workshop and all get CEUs. Yeah, now you can do the hokey pokey if you think that's what it's all about. Oh, but you'll be feeling okey dokey when you finally learn to twist and shout. And do the therapy boogie, let your inner kid have a super group session with your ego and your id. Says no without a paper trail, then that clinic says
says we're sorry, you're too wealthy for our sliding scale.
You can try to reason with them, reason till your lips get sore. Or simply take your therapeutic wishes when you hit the dance floor.
To do the therapy boogie, you'll be good as new. Do the therapy boogie till your aura burns bright blue. Ooh, rock and roll model till 50 minutes are through.
I have the good fortune of being one of the lovely bride's stepmother. Now you'll have to ask her just which kind I am. Wicked or the very nice, sweet one. And she better give you the right answer. But I do want to say that having joined this family, I had known her father since we were in high school. For a few years, I've known him. 11 years ago, almost 11 years ago, we became a family. I had been the mother of one son, who's exemplary, of course. But with the marriage to Paul, I inherited two amazing, outstanding daughters. And I'm very proud to be the mother of both of them. And this has been a very special day because I have acquired an additional daughter who is equally amazing, equally beautiful, and I have to be the luckiest person in this room on this planet. Thank you for coming, and congratulations and much love to favorite people.
You love me for my legs and my nose, and I
I have the honor of being Jennifer's father, and also the honor of being Jennifer's sister's father. So. Anyway, she had a tough childhood, principally because I was her father, and it didn't help any that her mother died when she was a young lady, and she had to live off my cooking. She survived somehow or another. But the one thing that has run through her life from the very beginning, something I've admired and am astonished at, is Jennifer's gift for friendship. And you people are an example of it. The people that she's known for years, until from the time that they were children, to playing together in the crib. And that doesn't happen all that often. And it's been a real honor for me to watch the effects that Jenny's friendship has on people and how they seem to attract her, come back to her time after time. And it's a real honor because I get to meet them and be with them also. Anyway, I'm glad you all came tonight, and I appreciate your coming and ignoring the little problem with COVID, which Jenny, of course, found a way out of. But I didn't bring any wine glass with me, but I would like to raise a toast for Jennifer and her fortunate new partner, officially, Karen. Thank you for coming.
Y'all ready? All right.
Come, gather to witness a tale as we hoist anchor, set sail. Whatever the weather, we're tethered together with a love that is too big to fail. We couldn't be more different, couldn't be more the same, couldn't be more in love if we live the love that dare not speak its name. Could be we two lovers show you how to go with the tide. We could be each other's compass, sailing side by side. Do you remember when our love began?
I know what you're gonna say.
It was a wail of a rainy night.
It was a scorching Texas day.
Destiny paired us as roomies
At Southwest Texas State.
Well, I recall it was nearly a decade
Before we started to date. That's when my GPA was sinking,
graduation slowly fading from view.
but my spyglass brought my goal into focus.
I wanted a degree in YOU.
We couldn't be more different,
Couldn't be more the same.
we couldn't be more in love if we lived the love that dare not speak its name.
Could be we two lovers show you how to go with the tide. We could be each other's compass, sitting side by side. Well, you got kicked out of basic training.
The Army didn't want me in their fold.
Do you remember how it came about?
Yeah, they asked, and I told.
Your heart makes me smile and keeps me warm.
You're so loving that I married you twice.
Dependable and funny, my port in a storm.
You've always been nautical, but so nice. Now hammock, camping, moonlit walk,
Movie, dinner, dance.
our ship's log list all of these.
As entries of romance.
Looking back, we see so much happy coincidence.
Consequently, now we say our vows in future tense. Couldn't be more different, couldn't be more the same. We couldn't be more in love if we live the love that shouts its name. Could be we true lovers, show you how to go with the tide. We could be each other's compass, sailing side by side. Woo! Side by side. And there's a dance coming up. We're queuing it up.